Finally, at the end of February. Anybody February lovers out there? I know there's some birthdays and stuff, but the nice thing about being at the end is March, and then we start to think about spring and doing things outside. And one of the things that everybody that's really grown in popularity, especially during the pandemic, is seed starting. And like, wow, why would we start seeds? Well, one, it's fun. If you have kids, it's a blast to do it there. But it's also, yeah, a lot of these things you can buy in garden centers as starts. But what you can't do is, like our Allisonville store has a rack of like really oddball peppers. And that's the kind of things that you can't find in starts. So if you're into kind of oddball plants, that would be a good reason. But I would suspect most people start seeds because it makes them feel good. So, and that's gardening. So there's some little things, but you want to be somewhat successful, right? I know it's not a ton of money invested here, but you can buy, there's plenty of trays and seeds obviously, and ways to do it. The things generally that people are going to start, if it is vegetables, I would say is number one, which I would say really being able to start some cool blooming annuals would be a fun project as well. But I would bet that it's tomatoes, herbs, peppers would be the kind of things that people want to start in on their own. The things that you want to avoid, unless it's just for kids, and not that you're avoiding it, but beans, even lettuce, and there's some things that are better just to plant right in the ground, and they do great. So the main thing here is the containers, the soil, and most importantly is the light. So as far as the soil, you don't want to use heavy soil. This is, well, here, I'll get out of here. This is what's called soilless mix. It's a peat moss base, got perlite in it. This is an organic one. That's the other thing about seed starting. If you want a truly organic plant, this is a good way to do it because you're taking it from the seed, so you'll know what you've put on it. So you can start them in trays like this, get it going. You'll want to, obviously, because the soilless mix dries out really quick, you'll want to fertilize, I would say once a week, maybe a dropper of just liquid fertilizer. Don't put granular on it. And you also want to water it and kind of watch that. You can even get a little moisture meter and drop it in there. But where you want to put it in the house, obviously, if you have a little sunroom, that would be great, a sunny window, but even that, probably not enough. If you really want to do it right, you probably have to have some artificial light. And you can get a pretty inexpensive shop light, an LED light, but the key here with the light is you want to be right down on top of it. And so you hook chains to it, you kind of rig something up, whether it's on the ceiling, and as the plants grow, you bring it up. But if it's up here, what the plants do is they stretch, just like they do for natural light, and you get spindly plants. So keeping the light down here and raising it as it goes, that's what will give you those nice stocky plants like you see in the garden centers. So you can do that. If you have even small spaces, this is a plant light. Now my kids did a science fair project one time using a plant light, a regular light bulb, and natural light, and the regular light bulb and the plant light came out the same. So I'm not sure exactly, but I have read that there's certain rays in the LED especially that is really good for plants. So cleaning your pots, that's the other thing. You can, once they come up, clean them out so that there's no bacteria in them. A little sunshine, a little soap does great. It'll be a fun project for you.